Hey guys, Road Warrior back here again. I wanted to go over some farming rotations here for lower level guys as well as setups and that sort of thing. Here's a nice large bass rotation here. I just want to show you a little 3 or 4 spot rotation that you can do farming or just simply to come out and have fun and get a break from the sturgeon in the event that you're in that range of levels 25 to 35 range. In the event you're wanting to get away from that or you're just simply wanting a nice bass rotation, as well as I try to put myself in your guys' shoe, I'm showing you guys some generic lures and stuff. I remember what it was like being that level back in the day. And you're just looking to farm and have fun, but I wanted to show you a nice little unique bass rotation. That was spot 1 and spot 2. You can simply follow along here, pause when you need to just to see these spots. Kind of a nice little 3 spot rotation, as well as a nice little bonus spot. You can stand at the end of this dock, cast that way, and I'll show you in the upcoming clip here on the setup and that sort of thing. All generic stuff, all available stuff that's level 26 and under. There's a spot there as well, and just simply spin around, and this other spots over here that I will show you here shortly. Again, just looking here at this spot there. So that's a nice little 4 spot rotation if you needed that 4th additional spot. Now again, just lower level stuff here. Jig winner 810, just generic bass jig, as well as the breamer with 13-pound braid with a fluoro leader. You don't need the fluoro leader, but all this stuff is available at level 26 and under, as well as another casting spoon honorable mention there. If you like casting spoons, they will pick up pike, that sort of thing. If you look around here in the shop, later on, level 28 or so, I actually prefer the bigger 4.0 bass spinners here. I used to love those just paired with a worm, but again, just kind of looking around the level 26 is how when you get into Quanchkin, so I kind of wanted to match up my gear accordingly for you guys. For any of you lower level guys in the future that are looking to farm bass here, again, these little things can add up for you, as well as learn how to budget your reels and that sort of thing. I'm going to go over a few things here on this clip. Just here in about another 2 or 3 minutes, I will show you some stuff. But again, if you didn't know how to pair that stuff up, simply put on a bass jig and then you can just put a worm over the top. Same thing with the spinner. I will go over that again at the end. But again, it doesn't hurt to have an extra breamer with you. An extra reel never hurts. And just kind of learn to budget wisely. I'll talk a little bit about reel shredding in this, or max dragging. As you can see here, I just wanted to show you this lure here in action. This is a bait coin lure, but it's only, I think, 4 or 5 bait coins. I used to use this at Everglades a long, long time ago. Works really, really well there for bass. Also here, knowing that you can get pickerel up on it, I wanted to just kind of put this up real quick. As you can see, I'm over here. So in other words, sometimes if you miss, messing around at night even, nothing wrong with catching some unique pickerel. Be careful that you don't get bit off on bowfin and pickerel here, depending on how light a line you go. But as you can see, that will pull on pickerel as well. Now, starting here at spot number 1 with a bass jig, again, with just a generic bass worm as well. Bass jig 4.0, ½ ounce with the jig winner. You will throw this on here and it'll do just great. It's going to want to show you real time too. Be careful that you're not over maxing your reel. Use it accordingly and just kind of sparingly, and you won't, do too much damage. But you can bring in an extra reel, go through. As you can see, that's plenty of cash and XP, as opposed to trying to fight some of those sturgeon. You'll find this will be very good break from the sturgeon grind or even the pike grind itself at St. Croix for any of you guys that are wanting to backtrack and just have something fun to do, break up the boredom, as well as all the new players entering the game. Didn't think it'd hurt to have some rotational stuff up here. Is another nice, unique. Also, I'll let this kind of play out in real time, just kind of showing you the fight time here. As far as the retrieves, up to you, stop and go, or you can just simply what we call sky twitching or auto twitching. Simply hold your rod tip up and just kind of do a stop and go. In this case, since you're holding the rod tip up, it's just going to say twitching, guys. So just letting this play out in real time. Just kind of that bottom 1/3. They might be in the midwater. They might be near the bottom again. Just kind of experiment with those things on your own, and you'll find that you'll usually get onto these guys fairly quick. Again, just letting this play out here in real time. You'll see. Just max drag that briefly, as you notice there in the lower right. I just keep the tension up on this. This will not break off, but it will do some damage to your reel. But if you time it right, you're not doing too much damage at once, then you can just kind of click back off, just kind of wear the fish out a little bit there, and you'll notice that you'll maximize your time and your money and that sort of thing. And it doesn't hurt even if you want just a 1 click and, stretch the fight out a little longer, but nothing wrong with that at all. But this is just a 13-pound setup, and you guys will know these bass will fight here at Quanchkin. But I remember back in the day going through and doing rotations with just the little spoons, bass jigs, and spinners ultimately. Also, on a side note, make sure that you're looking throughout the game any missions that you have. You can get little trophy spoons, that sort of thing, bass jigs. Make sure you guys are doing your missions. Eventually you can get better lures and that sort of thing. But I just wanted to show for the low-level guys low level setup, generic lures here. Nothing wrong with these things at all. Don't hesitate to throw some of that stuff out. I did enjoy putting this little clip together and going back to old school with this stuff that I currently have a bunch of X series gear, but it didn't hurt to go back and test some of this old stuff out. I hope this helps you guys out in the future here at Quanchkin with the largemouth bass. We'll see you guys again in the next one.